the latest Louis Vuitton piano and mezzo tote versus the NEVERFULL. Which one would you choose? Hello everyone, welcome back to another mommy review where I review all things for the love of. Today I am checking out the latest Louis Vuitton tote, in particular the piano and the mezzo monogram tote with a zipper, and having a look, is it worth it? Or is it something you would definitely add to your collection compared to the traditional NEVERFULL that has been the also popular tote with Louis Vuitton? Now, before I get started, if you like the content on this channel, I'll appreciate it very much if you would consider giving this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for considering, and on with the video. So this is the latest, greatest Louis Vuitton tote. Do you think it's overrated, underrated? I know a lot of people have been contemplating about adding a tote in their handbag collection at one point or another, and a zip tote from a classic brand like Louis Vuitton is one that for sure people are not gonna miss. So let's have a look at this latest mezzo tote along with this piano tote, which is also like the same design but a smaller size. Is it worth adding to your collection, and is it a strong contender for the classic NEVERFULL? Starting off with the piano tote. This is the smaller of the two latest zipper tote, something they brought back from the archive, but this is the smaller version of the two. This is priced at $3,400. The mezzo is a medium-sized tote, but I still find it very large. It's priced at $3,550. The dimension is 16.9 inches by 13 inches by 6.3 inches in size. So for this video, I want to go through all the pros and cons related to this style tote, and just being brutally honest about whether this tote is something it's worth adding or not. I like to do extensive research on my bags before purchasing it, and I'm sure a lot of people do that too, so hopefully this video will be helpful for you if you're contemplating about buying a tote from Louis Vuitton. Starting off with the pros. Number one definitely is the capacity. We know a tote by design has really good capacity, especially great for like a mommy bag as well. Number two, of course, is versatility. I know the handle on the top here does limit its ability to be used as a crossbody, but it's great for shoulder and top handle. It's a very casual bag and it's great for like a good travel option. The next pro is, of course, the adjustable handle. So you can see the strap here, it can be changed different types of length depending on your comfort as well as your style, especially when the strap it comes with, as you can see, it's a little bit thicker compared to the traditional NEVERFULL. I think it's going to be way more comfortable as a result. So I think comfort is also like key when you're choosing a good tote bag. For the next pro, I do find that the piano is a great size to grab and go as well. It's a very classic silhouette, as you can see, for this bag, so you can't really go wrong with a tote when you're on the go, and I don't feel like it's super trendy, so you know that it will last for many years. I do find it to be really classic in styles, but there's nothing like bells and whistles or nothing especially great about it. There's nothing with the styling that makes me think it will get outdated in 10 years time at the same time. Looking at the general design of the handbag, I don't think it's going to be one of the best selling handbags of all time for Louis Vuitton, but it's a good staple bag. Next pro is security. Of course, the zipper closure is going to be one of the best selling points for people who don't love the NEVERFULL because of the big gaping hole, and you're worried about security of your belongings, especially when you're traveling. I don't think this bag, however, if you look at like just the aesthetic, it is not a run-of-the-mill Louis Vuitton bag, but it's also not an it bag, so it will stand the test of time. The other pro I want to bring up is that it does stand on its own when it's empty, as you can see here. However, it would be nice if they had added feet, but I would say it would probably not do too badly in the resale market if you're not in love with it in a few years' time. The last pro I want to bring up is how lightweight the handbag is. Now, it is made out of canvas for the majority of it, which makes it very durable and easy to just wipe clean if you have small spills on the canvas bag. Now that I've named off all the pros related to this new tote, the Mezzo, which is the larger size, as well as the Piano, the smaller size, I want to go over some cons so it can really bring to light, like, is this worth adding to your collection? Now, the first thing I want to bring up is the leather bottom. So this handbag, as you can see here, has a little bit leather bit on the side, but actually is leather all across the bottom here, which is hard to see in the picture. But the reason I want to start off by talking about the leather bottom here is that it does make me really nervous. Is it easier to wear? Probably not. It feels like it's going to be really high maintenance of a bottom like that. And I also think it's going to be harder to collapse for travel compared to the NEVERFULL. So it's not as flexible for travel. At the same time, I feel like they kind of missed the mark by not putting feet on a bag like this. It's just not as elegant. Okay, next con I want to bring up is the weight. You'll notice that the Mezzo is going to be a little bit heavier compared to a NEVERFULL. Of course, with the NEVERFULL being able to fold flat, store, to ship, and like put away as carry-on is just so much easier. With the leather bottom for the Mezzo as well as the Piano, it's going to make it a little bit heavier compared to a NEVERFULL. So if you want something light, this might not be for you. Now next is the capacity. Now I find that this one here is the Piano version. I find that the Piano version is a little bit tight on space. I would say it holds the same amount as a Speedy 25 or a NEVERFULL PM. Even though it looks like a NEVERFULL, it doesn't fit the same as a NEVERFULL MM. So for the Mezzo as well as the Piano, because of the zipper top, it does restrict the capacity and has a narrower profile, which makes it impossible to store larger size items. Next I want to bring up is the strap option. Now, I think it does have limited fit because you can only do a top handle or a shoulder strap for this particular handbag. It doesn't work for everyone. Not like the, let's say, the on the go. If you look at the on the go MM, it actually comes with a longer strap. And I love having that option to wear it with this longer strap that's a little bit more comfortable. I think that the style for the Piano and also the Mezzo is not bad. But I think for the price you're paying, it would be nice if there was some adjustable strap that you can add on to make it a crossbody. Alright, the next con I want to go over is more kind of nitpicky, but if you look at the inside, they have these pockets inside and they're open pockets, which I don't love because they kind of sag out. And I would prefer some zipper pockets on the inside instead, so it won't sag and it's extra security. The next con is the pricing. If you look at the Mezzo size, it's priced at $3,550. Whereas if you look at the Piano, it's a difference of $150 Canadian, but it's $3,400, which is a little bit more, I guess, expensive compared to other entry canvas handbags such as the NEVERFULL MM, that's priced at $2,580. I don't know if it's worth it for the extra $1,000 or $900 to get that zipper option and the leather bottom. And then one last thing, which I think is more of a personal thing for con, is that I would prefer a nice back pocket for essentials and items that are frequently accessed on the outside. I think it would be easier so you don't always have to open your bag and like unzip it to get your belongings. So what is my final conclusion? Is the Piano as well as the Mezzo new tote bag from Louis Vuitton worth it? Well, certainly I think it is a beautiful bag, very classic design. I think it's a good alternative to consider as opposed to NEVERFULL if you want the extra security with the zipper. At this stage in my life, I do like a bag with extra capacity and extra room. I do find it is harder to get in and out of because of the zipper, and the limited capacity does put me off, but it is nice to have that extra security if you're planning on doing a little bit more traveling. But for the price that I'm seeing, $3,400 for the Piano, which is the smaller size, I think for that price, I would prefer to go for other classics like the Speedy or the Alma or possibly like the NEVERFULL. Well, what do you think about this new tote bag from Louis Vuitton? Is it a hit or a miss? A classic or a little outdated design? If anything, I would prefer maybe like damier bin, so there's less maintenance related with the strap. Maybe they'll come out with a damier bin version in the future. We'll see. And also, if you have a choice, do you prefer the piano size or the mezzo size? The mezzo size is definitely a lot larger, I find, compared to the piano. The piano is just really adorable, but capacity is very limited, I would say. Like I mentioned, it's more similar to, let's say, a Speedy 25. Well, that's it for the review today for the latest Louis Vuitton piano and mezzo tote bag. I would love to hear from you. If you have a choice, would you go for the piano or mezzo? Or if you have a choice between this and also the Neverfull, which one would you go for? Well, thank you so much for joining me on another mommy review, and I look forward to hearing your comments below. Take care and stay safe, everyone. Bye for now.